West Point, along with being undefeated in football, they're undefeated in the prop game. Folks, will take a look at this in all of its glory. Have a look. It's the donut bacon cheeseburger. Good grief, folks. I've never seen something like it in my entire life. And of course, Miss Matt Insel said last year that everyone was eating their donut bacon cheeseburgers. We'll see what happens tonight. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. here inside the Hump. Mississippi State has won 10 straight here at home against Ole Miss. They'll look to make it 11 here tonight. So reporting here in Starkville, Tom Eble for WCBI Sports. You're the team to beat. You're the team with the target on your back. You know, how do you kind of prepare the guys that every single week from here on out, guys are going to be trying to knock you off? We just saw AJ get out on the field for some warm-ups. Ole Miss said, barring any setbacks, number one will be on the field tonight for Ole Miss, which is very good news for the Rebels. Robbie, it looks like they're kicking me out. They're turning off the lights here in Oklahoma City. Andy Cannizzaro versus former team. Ace versus ace. Connor Pilkington going up against Alex Lang for LSU. You can feel it in the air, folks. It's rivalry football. The Highway 9 Bowl between the Choctaw County Chargers and the Eupora Eagles. Standing 6 feet 7 inches, there aren't many things bigger than Hebron Christian head basketball coach Bruce Franks.
What's my nickname? B?
The only thing taller may be his list of accomplishments. 6 state titles, more than 20 district titles, and more than 1,000 career wins. But his biggest challenge comes beyond the court. Franks continues his battle against cancer. Due to his health, Franks is stepping away from the game he's coached for 37 years.
Right now, my record is 1,398, and I think 646. So 1,400 would be a pretty good milestone. But, you know, that's okay. You know, my health is what's important right now, and I have to get back where I need to be.
Well, at first, whenever we saw Coach Franks, he was kind of intimidating because he was, like, really big. But once we got to know him, he's more like a big teddy bear.
The Lady Eagles senior class has spent the last 5 years playing for Coach Franks, winning back-to-back state championships.
It was a lot more difficult this year because Coach Franks got cancer. He wasn't always here with us, but I think that we won the second one mainly for him.
It's really hard to see him go through it. Like, my grandmother had cancer, and so I kind of knew what to expect, and so, to go and give them a hug every day and just kind of build them up because you know that they're down because, they have cancer and they don't know if they'll make it through the day.
It's the simple hug or the pat on the back that helps Coach Franks day by day. But the biggest support comes from his biggest fan, his wife, Linda.
She is my best friend. She is my worst critic. I think she's missed one game in 37 years, and it was my fault, but we got over that. And
so a family, a team, and a community continues to root for the coach that's brought so much success to Hebron Christian. Although Franks will be stepping down from his post as head coach, he leaves behind lessons that go far beyond the X's and O's.
You have to fight for what you love, and Coach Franks definitely loved basketball, and he's fought to be here and he's fought for it, and he hasn't let cancer hold him back at all.
I'm a fighter. I'm not a quitter. So I'm not ever going to quit at anything. Anybody ever played in sports, I'm going to play that last second. I hope some kids saw that, hey, he's down a little bit, but he didn't give up. And the same thing may happen to them a little bit later on. Coach can do it, I can do it.
Reporting in Phoebe, Tom Eble, WCBI Sports.
WCBI Sports with Tom Eble is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
Ole Miss was able to notch the first round of bragging rights in Egg Bowl hoops on the men's side this past weekend, but now it's the women's turn. Hail State Hoops have won 7 straight against their rivals from up north, including 10 in a row inside the Hump. While the Bulldogs are looking to compete for SEC titles and national titles, MSU isn't looking past a chance to pick up a W against its biggest rival.
Coach stated the other day, our senior class haven't lost any yet, don't lose now. And I feel like me being that state, my mentality is not to lose to another state. Another school in this state because they're my little sisters, we're the big sister school. So I feel like just keeping the tradition going.
You better respect your opponent no matter who it is, you have to understand in this game coming up, it wouldn't matter what the records are or anything like that. You got two teams that are very passionate about this game. You got two fan bases that are very passionate about this game, and so you know, I think we know what's coming through the doors tomorrow night, and we'll be ready.
So the last time these two teams battled inside the hump, Ole Miss gave everything they had against a state team that had a perfect record as well as this year, coming up just short by 9 points. After the game, head coach Matt Insel showed a lot of passion for how his team played, saying this in the postgame.
We're upset because we lost, because we came here to win. We didn't come here for a moral victory. We didn't come here to play Mississippi State close. We got beat 35 down here last year. We got embarrassed. Embarrassed. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even, the crowd they were eating donut bacon cheeseburgers by the end of the first quarter against us down here last year. They got to go get them donut bacon cheeseburgers for $7, but they had to cough a little bit on them because we played tonight.
So what is Mississippi State doing? Well, they're just raising the petty game. At the game tomorrow, these behemoths, these one in all their glory, will be up for sale. Donut bacon cheeseburgers for $7. I can't handle this type of pettiness. I can't. The rivalry's already too much. We'll find out tomorrow when tip happens inside the hump at 8 p.m. our time. So going over to some college football, 2 days after winning a national title, some Bama stars are making their big decisions on their futures. Talented juniors, projected first-round pick wide receiver Calvin Ridley is heading to the NFL, as well as junior running back Bo Scarborough. Both of those two guys contributed 13 touchdowns this year for the Tide. And great news for Alabama, junior running back Damian Harris is returning for his senior season with the Tide. Harris had his second straight 1,000-yard season for Bama this past year. Also, star defensive lineman Deron Payne is making the jump to the pro game as well. So when Mississippi State men's basketball's in action right now against Florida, and of course tomorrow, and it looked right, just,
yeah.
I mean,
and I'm about to tell you,
just
before our floor
donuts.
director tells us we're running out of time, I have to ask you, so are you covering the game?
I am.
Do you plan to have a donut bacon cheeseburger?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
Please try it on camera.
I mean, to me, it's like, these are a few of my favorite things. Donuts,
bacon,
cheeseburgers. I'll take it.
It's all there
sell
together,
me on.
Don't eat anything else before you go to the game. Those are all your calories.
It'll be my lunch and dinner and
Okay.
dessert.
All right.
There you go. We'll be right back.